go full screen. We're in the middle of a video game, but here, I'm gonna go full screen for this while we talk about Discovery real quick.
Oh God, it is.
Star Trek Discovery. We watched it before I streamed today, and so we got Robb on voice here. This episode of Star Trek Discovery was so stupid. Oh, once again, they go out of their way to make sure that Michael Burnham is the bestest thing in the whole entire universe, and that if it wasn't for her, Star Trek wouldn't have existed. If it wasn't
for her, Spock would not be the person he was.
Which we already kind of knew that was coming.
Explicitly say that. Oh my God! So they everybody has a good. Oh God! It's so hard to. It's hard for me to process because I'm trying to forget this episode.
It's hard to recap.
Yeah, because it's just crying in space, crying in hallways.
They're just whisper. It's whisper acting and crying in space. So Michael Burnham got demoted. The first thing we see is Saru and Tilly. Like he's going over to Tilly like, I want you to be my first officer. You're just gonna be my acting number one. She's a freaking ensign.
She's an ensign. There's nobody more qualified. There's no chain of command. There's no. That's. You're just rewarded for showing up. Tilly gets a participation trophy.
That's what this is. This is Star Trek participation trophies.
Yes,
all this is.
Yes, Heavy Cap. Zero command structure. You could tell nobody's ever served in the military. And look, there's that face, that smug face.
Oh, the Michael Burnham one. I was gonna give you guys Tilly here too, real quick. Yeah. There's Tilly.
Because she knows that she's stealing every last cent of her salary.
Jason, Toronto, Australian $10. Yay, finally caught a live stream. Happy Thanksgiving, Mecha. All the love from down under. Well, thank you so much. Welcome.
I don't have my didgeridoo, but
between Michael Burnham, and Tilly. So Tilly's gonna be like, Saru offers it the job of the first officer, just because he's like, oh, you're the only one on the ship who's really stepped up, because they showed Kayla Detmer 2 episodes ago kind of having a little bit of a nervous like, oh, I'm having a flashback. Stamets' blood.
Oh God. And so what happens is they go to Vulcan, which has changed its name to Navarre because 25% different. Because this is Unification Part 3. As in, now this is when Spock, the aftermath of Spock actually trying to unify the Romulans and the Vulcans, because they were part of the same species that split off, centuries ago. The ramens wouldn't be bad. Ramen
noodles.
But yeah, the Romulans and apparently the Vulcans are now roommates. So I mean, they're like Felix and Oscar now. So they have to go to.
And they don't like each other, and they don't trust each other either.
So they really are Felix and Oscar now. So the integral, can two divorced aliens share an apartment, share a planet without driving each other crazy? So Mikey, they go all the way to.
Well, they have to convince the Magi from the Mummy, because now he's an admiral. So they have to convince the Magi to let them go to what used to be Vulcan, to Navarre or whatever the fuck it's called. So they convince him, and Michael Burnham doesn't even want to go because she's having all these second thoughts about being in Starfleet, because now she's in love with stupid Book and the cat, and they have this little stupid family of her and this dumb cat. They can't even get the cat. I mean, like, they're trying, I guess, with the cat. But
yeah, I mean, and then so he says, the guy from the Mummy, oh, Mikey Burnham, you're the one who's going to be able to convince them because you're the bestest ever. He literally says that.
I know.
You're the bestest ever, and you're Spock's sister, and you're the one to convince the Vulcans and the Romulans that because they tried to develop another technology and they think they caused the burn. And I'm like, well, would you shut up about the burn? Okay,
no one cares about the burn.
It's another stupid mystery box. It really is.
It's not going to be anything interesting. Who cares about it? It's they've discovered like a microsecond off from this black box recording from the last episode. It's so sad because they're actually trying now, and they think they're doing such a good job.
And they're patting themselves on the back all the way. Yeah. Yeah, but they suck at what they do. So anyway, they go to not Vulcan. And they meet up with Latrina. Her name's Latrina.
After a toilet?
Yeah, Latrina.
Did it used to be shit house?
And so Latrina.
Sorry for the Mennonites. They really named her Latrina. That's the president of Vulcan now, right?
President of Vulcan is named Latrina.
This is why I still watch the show. It is so ridiculously stupid. And they think they're doing good. And then people who are trying to take it seriously get so mad at it. And I'm like, they can't do any better. They're just not good.
I mean, her man is Urine.
Latrina, what a shitty name. Hey, Latrina, go use the bowl. Urinal is her man.
And so she comes on there and she says, "Oh yeah, you're not wanted. You get out. You're trespassing. Get off our lawn." And so Mikey Spock invokes the challenge of logic.
Flush the whole series down the toilet, right?
Yes. So Mikey Spock challenges them to a duel of logic. And
she invokes the Vulcan rule of plot convenience and plot armor. Was it a thing in Enterprise? I mean, it seems like they're going out of their way to quote, like, "Oh, this has been used since the times of Sirach." Okay, so that's an Enterprise thing because we learned all about the cult of Sirach and all of the teachings of the whole...
And so she has to have an advocate on her side.
The advocate. Don't. We'll spoon feed it to them. So first off, in JCAM 350, they're just patting themselves in the other places too, not just their backs. Yeah, they think they're so smart and clever. Remember Eleanor. Yeah. Remember Elnor from Picard? Or Elron?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever his name was. Was it Elnor or Elron? I can't remember. The elf?
Or as I call him, Lame of the Rings.
Who's part of the sisters. You know the sisters? These sisters, they couldn't handle seeing all the knowledge. They ended up clawing their own stupid eyes out.
And bashing their heads in with rocks. I can't, which was...
Oh, I'm playing the clip for him.
Am I? Oh, God. I'm like watching a really bad.
So her advocate is one of those sisters, right? So she's got an advocate that is like, oh, this sister took special interest in you. Finish your story.
I'm like even the worst episode of G.I. Joe in that I remember which was incredibly lame was better written than this. And that was just to move plastic, as me and Tom always say. But so anyway, there they go. That's what you want to do when that's your reaction when you see this crap.
You want to claw your own eyes out and bash yourself in the head with a rock and.
Please like the video if you liked it.
Take a hint, some people.
So when you have to have an advocate for the duel of logic. Oh God, I can't believe they actually do. Yeah, so they beam aboard her advocate, and guess who it just so happens to be.
This is so good. Tell us in chat who this is, who you think her advocate is.
Coming to CBS All Access from the makers of Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Picard,
sheer fucking hubris,
and Short Treks. Comes a new series that's more of the same old, same old. Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Coming to CBS All Access, if it still exists.
Because you'll never guess in a million years or 1,000 years. It is the dumbest thing. It is so conveniently stupid that this specific advocate takes special interest. Because I was guessing, right? My first guess was like, oh, and who's this advocate? Oh, these are the Romulan sisters? Oh, this is going to be, oh no, do they have like a robot version of Elrond? Is it Data's daughter? Is it something to tie it into Picard even more? Is it somebody like that? Because I was thinking it's going to be, well, not Data's daughter, but, you know, the stupid robot chick from Picard.
Mm-hmm.
That one. You know, the one who hates the patriarchy and old white dudes. Because she's a bratty millennial. So,
ding, ding,
Black
ding,
King says
Chef
Spock
Carolyn.
bones her mom, Chef Carolyn. Ding.
Ding, you are correct, miss.
Where's my... It is her mom, her mother, who abandoned her as a child when she was murdered 2 different ways. They have 2 different stories of how the parents were killed. One time, her parents were killed while she was at the Vulcan Science Academy Learning Center in one of those little pods. The other time, her parents were killed when she was hiding in the kitchen or in the closet. They were killed in the kitchen in front of her.
They can't even keep their own story straight over the course of 4 episodes.
But in reality, her parents were super secret Section 31 people that everybody knew about doing experiments through space and time for time travel with this robot Red Angel suit or some dumb crap.
So they're reunited and they have a good cry. And they have a cry.
It's really literally her mother, her birth mother, the one who was in the Red Angel suit in season 2. Her mom or the Vulcan? No, her real mom. Her real mom, the really shitty actress.
This show is so dumb. It is so stupid. It is so incredibly stupid.
See all the face palms in chat.
So they go off, they walk together, they have a cry, and they say, "Oh well, you have to face them down with logic." And so they have the contest of logic, and Mikey Spock is trying to convince them, and oh god, it's just so stupid. It's stupid. It's getting stupider. I'm like, and I'm asking myself, why the hell am I watching this? This is making me stupid.
I know, it's hard to pay attention to because at least we're getting like Mystery Science Theater level of bad now, which we did anyway in season 2 with the stupid Red Angel shit, and even in season 1, like their first little trip through the Magic Mushroom Network. This is Mystery Science Theater level bad, all right?
So
it's
they
not
conclude
good Star Trek. It's not even bad Star Trek. It is like bad TV. It would be bad with any other name slapped across the side of it.
So they conclude that, oh well, you know what, Mikey Spock, you're so great that we're gonna give you this information and you're gonna figure out where the burn comes from because you're Spock's sister. And I kid you not, they say Spock wouldn't be the person he was without you. Well, she had to convince
them too that she was the right person because her mother's there interrogating her, saying, yeah, you're not being honest with them because she's there, and she kind of snaps out of it, and she's like, yes, and that's my strength that I have all these weaknesses. That's not her strength, you dummy. Like, basically, her whole, she has fear that she's not doing the right thing for the right reasons, and that she doesn't belong there, and she's getting all this pressure put on her. And don't the Vulcans say something like they're just using her because she's related to Spock too?
I don't remember. My God, it's just terrible. It is terrible. And so everybody has a good cry.
Were they eating ice cream too? Not in this one, sadly. No, Yum Yum did not make an appearance in this one. You watch, she'll show up out of the blue on the next episode. Oh yeah, and I'm a princess, and my planet's my twin, and I eat ice cream, and Tilly's my best friend, and I'm a princess, and I worked in the mines, and I invented the thing to make dilithium regenerate, and I live for all eternity, and I'm eternal, and we're gonna have a nice little meetup with Yum Yum and Tilly.
Oh, and
that's gonna be the next episode. Yum Yum and Tilly eat ice cream.
That's like the name of like an after school like series, Yum Yum and Tilly. Like a Disney sitcom, you know?
If you're in an Asian whorehouse.
Yeah, bitch. But they said that, oh well, they started running out of dilithium before the burn. I'm like, But what about Princess Yum Yum, who could reconstitute dilithium, and she could just like grow it? I mean, really, you don't even care enough to stick to your own story.
Princess Yum Yum.
It's
bad, and it should feel bad. Oh yeah, and then there's this whole thing about Tilly. She's like, "You put me in this horrible position, Michael Burnham. It's none of your damn business, Tilly." So Tilly's even kind of dressing down Michael Burnham by saying, "You put me in this horrible position with Saru. It wasn't your job to tell him what to do. He's the fucking captain. You're the little freaking millennial telling everybody higher than you what they have to do because you think you know better." This is such a bad show because of that. It's like, seriously, Tilly, if Saru needs to dress down Michael Burnham for disobeying an order, it's none of your fucking business. You don't tell him. Like, seriously.
And so what happens is, and Saru wants to make Tilly her first officer, and because there's nobody else qualified, anywhere on the ship, and there's no chain of command, there's no command structure. There's nobody even as experienced as anybody else. They just make her the first officer, and she has to get Mikey Spock's blessing. And then she gets Mikey Spock's blessing, and they have a cry. And everybody hugs it out. Oh my God.
Because CW, and it's all whisper acting. Oh, but if we go to the Vulcan planet, then they're going to know that we know about the burn. And if we go to the Vulcan planet, then I'm going to have to tell them.
I haven't seen this many people crying on a Spanish telenovela. I mean, Spanish soap operas don't have this level of crying. It's unreal. It's psychotic. It really is.
They need lithium. They need medication. They cry so much. They go from absolutely crazy and like, oh, I'm a nervous wreck and I don't know what to do, to I'm crying. It's so stressful, to, blowing their own brains out, to everything. It's a ship full of crybaby millennials. And seriously, don't watch the show. I can't give this, like this, at least this episode was funny.
Well, next week, according to Robert Meyer Burnett, I can't reveal what he said to me, but according to Robert Meyer Burnett, next week is supposed to be the first part of the creme de la crap.
Oh, I heard that they were breaking. They were doing what the Timeless Child from Doctor Who did, where they just on the can.
Yes, they're supposed to ultimately, and I don't know, like so we can't say a lot, but ultimately,
tell me off camera. They
are going to do something that is going to be the ultimate middle finger to Star Trek fans. Yes.
It's they're digging their own graves. They're really, really digging their own graves on this one, because people will see Star Trek Discovery attached to it, and they will know, oh, you're one of these woke SJW sort of types who destroy companies, and maybe we're going to pass on you. And this is why they're laying off people in Marvel again, and they fired that woke writer over at the Superman and Lois show, so that one might actually be watchable.
But every one of my scripts passed the Bechdel test. I'm like, yeah, that's not really a thing.
That's stupid too. It's stupid too, because you kind of want to write characters based on people in real life, your real life experiences and friends, and that's another problem. I think that's a problem. So many people nowadays aren't socialized with other people. They're not social with other humans. They spend so much time on digital devices, on phones, without knowing subtle cues and having any sort of physical. It's not even like physical intimacy. They don't have any emotional connection to other human beings. And you have this whole writing generation, and this whole message of this modern era of television is so focused on telling this generation, this millennial and zoomer sort of generation that they're pointing this at, that they know more than people older than them.
Because they grew up with, because of the fact that they grew up with technology. That's what it is.
But they don't, because they use all their technology to do everything for them. They can't even do math in their head. I can't do subtraction in my head anymore.
No, me neither. I mean, it's just, For the information age, we are less informed than any other time in history. We really are.
There's a problem. They were too young when their parents introduced them to a screen, probably. And Morbid Fury Australian $2. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
My nephew, I can't remember. He was like 2 or 3 years old. He was just tapping away on a tablet, screaming. Ah! And nothing was wrong. Nothing was wrong with him. He was just screaming, tapping away on a tablet, because that's how he gets responses out of people, by screaming and by tapping. The kids, unbelievable. But yeah, like I said, but next week may actually break me and Robert Meyer Burnett and you and everybody else.
I don't have any emotion left for it. I really don't, because Star Trek is a thing I used to like, and I have other things I can move to. I have music. I have, there's other things I can move over to that we talk about. I mean, I did a whole cooking stream yesterday. I'm gonna upload that to my other channel. If you guys want to see cooking stuff, I'll probably stream them here and then upload them on the other channel for you guys. Because a lot of the streams, well, like this, we're clipping this from a stream where we're playing video games, but no, we have other things. We can always go into the fields.
Yeah. Well. God. This is what are they? Why are they? What do they mean? Son of a monkey.
It means aliens. It means you guys are just shooting yourselves in the foot. You're just digging your own graves. You're just destroying your job security. Do you think this is gonna last forever if it's crap? No, it's not.
No, Star Trek will go away,
Greg
and
Kirby,
eventually
Canadian
they will.
99 cents. Well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it.
You know what'll happen? Star Trek will go away, and it just won't come back. It won't come back for years.
And I'm okay with that, because we have other
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I would rather have no Star Trek at this point, and then have whatever this is.
You got a number score for this episode? This will just be the review that we post.
This gets 0 Chewbacca's.
A whole 0. Wow. I think I gave it a 2.
You don't
3.
even
No,
get
I gave it a 3 because at least it made me laugh.
You don't even get a Jar Jar. You get 0 Chewbacca's.
Excellent. Oh hell no!
Unbelievable.
Matt G149, thank you so much. Super sticker. It's a doggy. It's a cute doggy.
Unbelievable.
This once loved franchises are dying slowly, a slow and embarrassing death, and it's painful. Well, look what they're doing with Doctor Who. I mean, they've got to bring back Captain Jack and Daleks. Did they put boobs on Daleks now too? Ugh.
They put a skirt on Daleks. I'm not kidding.
Send me a picture of that. I'll talk about that next. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I know you guys aren't still watching it, and I don't advise it. I am Mecha Random 42, and who is this? Why are you here?
I'm lost.
That's Mikey Burnham. That's Robb from Midnight's Edge, who happened to be on this episode, this review. Hopefully you guys are not too mad at me for having him on. We'll see you guys on the next video live stream or back in this video game stream. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!